Hi Skyrim friends! Guess what? Today I am doing some watercolor painting. And I was remembering that you know so much about watercolor painting and you know so much about taking care of the materials. Do you know that at my house I also have materials? I have watercolor brushes. You know they're watercolor brushes because the bristles are so soft. They hold a lot of water. I have watercolor pigments. I have my clean water for washing brushes. I have a sponge for cleaning up. I have a watercolor paper. I can feel it to know it feels a little bumpy, a little rough. That means it holds a lot of water. And I have a flower that I am thinking about for my painting. I am wondering if at your home you also have materials. And maybe if you can do some remembering with me about how to take care of our materials at home and at school. I am going to choose a brush first. This is a wide, flat brush, and it will take up a lot of space on my paper. I am not ready for a wide, flat mark. I am going to choose the medium-size tapered bristles. The bristles are so soft. Sometimes to check if it's dry and soft, I like to put it on my body a little bit. I am going to remember that the watercolor brush likes to be a little bit wet before starting. Did you hear that? Oh, there's drips on my brush. I'm going to take the drips off. And now it's ready to get a little pigment. I am going to start with maybe green. I don't want a lot of drips. Tap. Ready? I have a green line. Notice. Can you see the green line? Wait, what do I need to do before I can get more pigment? I need to wash the brush. Notice my clean water. It's okay to tap the bottom of the jar. And take off the drips and check with my sponge. Now I can choose another pigment. I am going to choose the, maybe I will start with the yellow. What is the tapping for? Sometimes we can tap it to, that's right, get the extra water and pigment off the bristles. We only need a little to make our marks. I will do some petal shapes. Maybe I will think about that. Maybe I will just think about colors. That works too. You can do a lot of things with watercolor. Wait, if I want to change the pigment, I need to wash the brush. What would happen if I mix them now? Then they will get mixed in the jar and I will not have the same colors to blend on the paper. Sometimes we want to mix in the jar, but today I want to have my red, yellow, blue, and green, and then I can blend them here. Actually, I am going to use the red and blend a little onto my yellow marks. Sometimes I like to tap the paper and just see what will happen. I am noticing the orange in the petals in the middle. I will add some in the middle of my petals too. I see the way that the water moves on the paper. I wonder if you have paint, if it moves on the paper, and if you notice about that. I'm going to wash my brush and get a little more. I would like to make the orange strong, so I will add more. Can you check? Is my brush clean? I think it is. I'm going to change brushes, but before I do, I'm going to check the bristles because they are so special. I'm going to make sure they go back to their shape. This one is tapered, so I'm going to just smooth it back and put it here. And now it's ready for the next person. Maybe Michael will want to paint and he will have brushes that work for the painting part. I'm going to choose one more brush and add a little more pigment you might want to see. Here is my flower. Oh, it dripped. The drip is so interesting. I might just watch it go. Two drips are racing. Can you see two drips racing? Oh, oh. One drip has joined the stem of the flower. I might think about that drip when I choose my new brush and I really take care of it because I would like to add a new pigment on this page. I'm going to add a little blue. Maybe I will blend with that drip that came. With the big wide brush, I can make very wide marks. These brush strokes are wide on the paper when I use the wide brush. I wonder if you do some painting or drawing, if you might show about how big or how small your strokes are, or your line is, or your marks are. Maybe you'll send me a picture because I would like to see it. Okay, I am noticing how the paint is coming and it is moving around. I think I am about done. So I'm gonna get this brush ready for who? The next person. Or maybe for me again. The next time I use it, I will have such a clean brush to take care of. Oh wait, can we leave the brush in the water? We never leave the brush in the water because the water goes where? It goes into the handle and then the handle can crack and then that's gonna be a cracked brush and that's hard to hold and then it's hard to use and then it's hard to paint. And so instead, we will take care of it by keeping it out of the water, making sure it's clean, taking care of the bristles, and putting it back. My watercolor is drying a little bit, so I will show it to you. There it is. What does this painting make you think about? It makes me think about the little garden we have outside of our apartment building. Michael loves to garden, and in the garden we have poppies. And poppies, kind of like this one, are my favorite. I even have a poppy on my arm under that chicken tattoo. I wonder, do you have a favorite flower also? Anyways, I'm going to check and make sure I have taken care of all my materials before I stop. I have my sponge. Oh, there's a drop of water here. I will clean it up. Feels good to have a clean space to work, and I can squeeze those drops back there or at the sink. I will empty this in my kitchen. And now it's ready for the next time I want to work here. I hope that you are having the best day at your home, and I hope that you will send me some pictures and some words and some ideas about what you're doing. Maybe today I'll be painting. Maybe I'll finally finish that puzzle. We'll see. Talk to you later, Sky Roomers.